now is nothing. It just shows up. I just I really wanted the game to be balanced around 3 powers, which I don't know. I just wanted one that you could use constantly, one that you could use now and then one that's like it's supposed to be like the most powerful. It's supposed to be like an oh no button. Like if everything's going wrong, hit this button, and you'll be good. Um, and maybe I don't need it, but I've been stubborn so far. I've been yeah, new follower. Uh, DS is started. Thank you for following. I hope I can maintain the entertainment factor on this stream such that your follow goes rewarded. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. um, Seriously, my favorite thing. New follows. The sound effect helps. I mean, it was fun to get followers before, but now that there's the sound effect too, and a little banner text. Yeah. It's the goatee, I think. I thank you. First of all, yeah, I think the goatee lends to that, but yeah. Oh, I don't know why I'm talking to you. I don't know what I'm sorry. I'm gonna switch over to chat for just a second because hold on. I'm just gonna get in the habit of opening links on my other computer because I always get this sense of. All right, thank you. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I keep Oh, all right. Well, uh, uh, sorry, I'm slow at chatting. um, yeah. So right. So yeah, thank you for mentioning that, Princess Rika. In fact, the reason that I'm having such difficulty coming up with POW 3 is that I want it to be so the other I I probably just set like a I'm probably like railroading myself into like an impossible like challenge with this, but so I wanted 3 powers and I wanted them to be conceptually uh, dissimilar or like conceptually individual from each other. So pretty much everything I come up with at this point is like it either feels too much like bombs, it feels like too much like more bombs, or it feels too much like more dash. Or there's this other feature that I haven't implemented yet, and the reason I haven't implemented it is because I think there's a chance that I might cut it instead of cutting POW 3, and just making it POW 3, like making this. So I disabled them, but actually here I'll just put them back for a second. No, I can just explain it. They're nothing to see. Um, so the other thing you can get on the top bar, other than a power or a modifier, is I called them potions at first, but I don't think potions makes sense anymore. Like they're kind of going to be like enchants or something. I don't know. They're going to be like something that is like instead of a permanent modifier to your abilities, it's going to be a temporary boost to wherever you put it. So like when you get one of these in your bar, you can drop it on bombs, and then for a short period of time, like bombs are super powerful. You have a million of them, and like they recharge really fast. And so I I don't know. I want to keep those though. So I want to keep those. I want also to have a third power, and I want yeah. So I I have hope. In fact, I even have like a backup plan. My backup plan is tornadoes. you 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 activate it, and then your cursor becomes the center of a whirlwind, and the whirlwind, when you mouse over mobs, the mobs go flying back, and the coin goes flying to you. So it's like a coin vacuum with extra mob knockback. So like, and it'll stick around for a little while. So you turn it on, and then you just like swing your cursor like crazy over the screen, and boom, problem solved. So yeah, that hits all my criteria basically. Like that was going to be POW 3. That was like the first real design for POW 3 that I trashed, and I trashed it because this game is targeting mobile. I wanted to work on tablets specifically, and smearing your finger across the screen is no fun on tablets. Like the type of thing, like, because like when you have that, you basically want to go like this, and just like, I don't know, you can hopefully you can see my cursor on screen. You basically just want to like make your cursor go crazy, but to do that on mobile is no fun. So I don't know. It might be. I actually haven't thought about that iteration of it in a while. So maybe it will end up as like some variation of that, and maybe I'll just find a better control scheme. I used to spend more time like just sitting. I hope not. I hope it's not literally impossible. I hope it's just so challenging that it'll be magically perfect when I finally do figure it out. I'm hoping it's going to be like that. So the reason I don't, I mean, like, this is kind of like what I would do when I was like brainstorming. This is kind of like so the thought process that I'm talking through, or that we're talking through right now, is like kind of what I do when I was brainstorming powers, and I used to do that a lot, or I used to do that more. I don't know. I guess because like the screen like doesn't do anything while I'm doing this. Like like it's basically just FaceTime. It's basically like just me. Like here are my thoughts, and like here's like my like mental processes. Like I figured it probably would not be like the ideal thing to do on stream. So I keep telling myself I should do that at other times, but then I also like try and keep a full stream schedule. So I've set up a challenge for myself, and I've basically like set up my schedule so that I'll never actually have time to accomplish it. But I am aware of it, and yeah, like I said before, the changes that I'm making in the meantime, like I'm pretty scrupulous about taking care of this list. Like for example, these italicized ones are ones that I've already, like I filter this list as I go, and like whenever I pick from this list, I always prioritize so that the changes that I'm making are reasonable. Like I'm aware that I'm like basically extending the scope of the project, but I'm doing it in a very pointed way, I guess. so it's like it's very deliberate scope creep, I guess. I don't know. If you're getting scope creep, I figure this is like. Anyways, so in terms of delimiting the spawn rate, I think we're going to have a hard cap on the number of explosive cookies we have at any given time. That way we can just stay under 50. Oh yeah, all right. So that's a good way to start. We'll say for starters. We'll just say const int max explosives, or max XPL equals 50, arbitrarily large, and then we can say, yeah, all right, so that feels slightly better. except we have to now enforce that places. The so okay, so I guess just to I know part of the reason I don't feel bad about the scope creep and the feature creep is that this is actually a supremely simplified version of another game. I mention it sometimes, but I probably haven't mentioned it today. This is a remake of the first game project that I ever worked on, which is technically still online, but it takes like forever to get it to actually run on like a computer because it's like it was made. I don't know. It's just it. Well, for one thing, I never finished it, and for another thing, it was made with like much older technology. Um, I was like it was like 7 years ago, um, and so yeah, I said because I was planning on making this game really fast. This was going to be a supremely pared down version of that game. Like I was going to cut like that game was going to just have like powers everywhere. There was going to be like so many. Like there was going to be a whole like inventory system and like a shop and like a spell book and like that game was crazy. So when I decided to like quote unquote remake it, I decided to make a supremely simplified version. And so yeah, the idea was like basically to distill the variety into a much smaller set of features. And so yeah, what I'm creeping towards actually is I'm creeping kind of back towards the full scope of that original project. So um, you gotta if you're gonna make a game, you gotta break a few pips. That's what I'm telling myself for the meantime. Um, oh yeah, okay. So we have explosive devices now. Uh, Actually, I guess it'd actually be naming convention would be XPLS. Uh, oh man, I could go for a supreme pizza. Oh, the other day and like every now and then my roommates will just like cook bacon, and all I'll get is just like just a waft of bacon. That's one of those things. Like once once it's hit your sensory system, then I could do that. I could add my meter. My yeah. No, I mean, I really could take a break from this project and just uh, the next project that I'm going to work on is like I actually I don't know how I'm going to do this. I want like I have an idea for a project, but it's unlike anything that I've really worked on before. Apparently, like Twitch, like you know how like Twitch has like bots and stuff that like can crawl chat and like and you know how like I mean like whoever made the notification system I use where like the new follower pop up appeared across the bottom of the screen, like Twitch exposes like some stuff, some like you can use like Twitch APIs to like get information about like what's going on like in chat and like et cetera, and you can like you can use that for whatever you would care to use that for, and so I want to make a uh, I don't know how to describe it. It'd basically be like a it'd basically be like a yeah, all right. So yeah, I've never worked with that stuff before. So I'm a little reticent to get into working with that because it's going to be a lot of learning, and I mean I already make enough mistakes that I don't want to be like so completely boring. Okay, so all right. Um, Yeah, I'd have to work with a different development environment, and I've never even really. What do you? How do you? What setup do you use to develop your bot? Like what? If you don't mind my asking, like what tools do you use for that? Uh, like what? Like what language do you write in? Like what? I don't know. I haven't even really looked into it. So I guess that's another thing that I should be doing. Maybe I'll look into that stuff this weekend. Like if I take another break this weekend, or like the next time I take a break, I'll like the next time I have a non-stream day, maybe I'll just I'll spend time on that instead. And then oh wow, all right, just heads up, it's 15 minutes until 5 o'clock, and 5 o'clock is when I turn into a pumpkin. So hopefully I'll remember, because otherwise I'm gonna miss the thing that I have this evening. Um, yeah, so yeah, I guess that'd be a good thing to do. So that way, if I do need to take a break from this project, I'll at least have the next thing ready to go. Yeah, I want to make a game that plays out in Twitch. I haven't figured out all the details, but basically, like, you play the game by participating in chat. Like, there will be queues. I don't want literally to have a bot in chat. I don't want to have a. I don't have. I want the so. Excuse me. I want the game information, the stream itself. Like, I want you to be looking on screen for visual cues in order to see what's happening in the game. And so, yeah. But then the way viewers interact with the game is through the chat system. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, I should look into that stuff, because I mean, I know it's the next thing I want to do. I just haven't. I just don't know how to do it yet. So yeah, yeah. Oh, I love that guy. I mean, he has a great channel. I follow his channel. Oh, he's working on a game project. I started following his channel the other day, and I had him like playing in the background, and I only listened closely enough to realize that he was like a smart guy and he had a good stream going on. I didn't actually pay attention to like what he was working on. All right, cool. All right, so maybe I'll just wait till he makes his project and then use his. I yeah, I don't even know what type of game I want to make, but it's cool. That, I guess that I'm not the only person crazy enough to come up with something like that. So, I guess I wonder if he's done like. He seemed like a smart guy. That was the impression that I get just hearing him talk. Like he spoke with a lot more confidence about what he was doing than how I talk about what I'm doing, which at least lent to the impression that he knew his stuff. Nice. Oof. Maybe I should wait until I have like a legit break from streaming, because like it'll probably take me more than a day. I mean, I guess the sooner I get started, the better. But and actually, speaking of getting started with things, because I'm gonna have to be ramping down pretty soon, I should at least implement this thing that I put in. So yeah, there's gonna be max explosives. So which means okay, so we'll also keep track of how many explosives we have. So let's say int ex I don't know why I keep typing that. Expl count equals 0, and so then when we add an explosive, when we spawn one, we'll increase the count. Where do we spawn them? We spawn them down here. So right, so minus expl stock plus plus expl count, and then so whenever they're destroyed, we have to decrease the count. So neutralize, go to declaration. What? This is not where neutralize is declared, is it? Oh no, it is. Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So we don't actually want to do it here. We want to do it in addition to neutralization. Yeah, minus minus exvl. First, my skin starts turning orange, and then you'll see the vine start growing out of it. My hair kind of like swirls up into the vine. No. 10 minutes. 10 minutes till this all starts unfurling. That's not the only place we destroy cookies. Like we saw before, we might also destroy an explosive cookie in a chain reaction. Oh, yeah, so actually I guess it's not even in the chain reaction that we destroy the cookie. It's, oh, right, actually, okay, so there's the other, yeah. So, there's a block where we process, no, it's after this. We process mob, yeah. So, right, here's another situation where we might destroy, oops, I can put it here. So this is another situation where we destroy an explosive cookie. And then there's two more. The case where an explosive cookie detonates. Wait. No, that was correct. Where's the... Oh, wait. No, this isn't the part I was even thinking of. But I mean, yeah, this is chain explosion, etc., etc. So we will want to do it here. Where else? Where's the other place that... Oh yeah, it was I thought it was after dash. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, no. Wait. Yeah, no, it's here. For some reason I thought it was after dash, but whatever. Okay. So right, it's this case here. Minus minus exvl ct. And that covers our bases. So yeah, because the count only goes up when we give an explosive cookie away. The count goes down in three cases: neutralization, when the cookie gets knocked out of the hero's hand, or the hero knocks the cookie out of the mob's hand. Detonation, when like initial detonation when its timer runs out. That's the case we just did here. And then the chain reaction explosion, which is the other one that we did. When it explodes, not because its own detonation timer ran out, but because it was caught up in the blast of another explosive device whose timer ran out. So now when we spawn cookies, we don't even only just care about that, but if exvl ct is less than max expls and that other thing. So if we're already capped out, then we just spawn regular cookies. We're still accruing backstock. So we also want to impose a minimum to the spawn period, the explosion spawn period. So public float expl spawn period min 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And we don't want to spawn an explosive cookie more than once every 0.1 seconds, probably. So save that. And now let's implement that as well. That goes in the case where we're changing. So if expl spawn if expl spawn period is greater than expl spawn expl spawn period min, it's greater than its possible minimum value, then we'll do the thing about multiplying it by the scale to reduce it. Else else if for some reason it, or no, okay, yeah, if for some reason it dipped below, no, that's fine how it is. We don't have to care about that. That's good. So it's actually not going to stop literally at the minimum. It's just going to stop. I mean, it might stop. It might like land exactly on the minimum. Like one of the results of this these actions might be that explosive spawn period equals exactly explosive spawn period minimum. More than likely, it's gonna fall slightly below it. But as soon as it dips below the minimum, which isn't quite as minimal in this case, but whatever. Then it'll stop decreasing. So close enough. Because again, we can always just tune the minimum if we don't like quite how it turns out. So yeah, things should be better now. I think for the last several minutes, I'm just gonna run the simulation to see that things are not terribly ruined forever. So alright, so we have an explosive cookie somewhere. Oh, there it is, yeah. Because they're definitely spawning. The explosive spawn period is definitely dropping. Just to kind of like get things shaken. For one thing, I'm going to increase the mob spawn rate to like 0.3 instead of 3. So they're going to spawn a lot faster. And then I'm going to drop the explosive spawn period way down to get that cooking faster as well. Because what we really want to test here is the 2 minutes is the minimum. And so, yeah, I'm going to give it more help, even more help. Oh no, but I actually have to play the game. Oh no, because the simulation can end because we don't have infinite pips anymore. Oh no, I have to actually play, but I'm not going to be able to. So wait, I better cheat and can give myself ridiculous powers. 40 bombs, 40. Bombs forever. Alright. The cool thing about bombs is that there's a slight delay between each bomb explosion, so if you have more multiplicity on bombs than it takes for bombs to recharge, like if it takes longer for all those blasts to go off than it takes for bombs to recharge, you can just hit the button a few times and it'll like stockpile like hundreds of bombs, and the bombs will just continue to explode constantly. Probably not a super realistic. Well, I don't know. That might actually be a realistic scenario in game. You might be able to stack so much multiplicity on bombs that you're just constantly bombing like all day, every day. I guess that's kind of one way we could, or one way to control the power of bombs is to make it so you can only activate them like so fast. But alright, so let's see how our stuff is doing. Alright, it's still decreasing, but it's getting there. It's almost there. Oh no, it's 5 o'clock. I can feel myself transforming. Ah, ah. But alright, so yeah, we hit our minimum and then we stopped. So I'm gonna see maybe if I just run away. Oh yeah, because I can outpace the mobs, so I can just run forever, just running forever. That actually the mobs rubber band a little bit, so I can never actually escape them, but I can definitely get a safe distance away. And then oh no, I'm you can't. It's off camera, but my midsection is just growing, just constantly. Like I'm swelling out to like the size of a pumpkin, because like I'm a scale pumpkin. I'm gonna be like a pumpkin as tall as a human, and just is my you can see my face getting oranger too, right? You can see it already. Anyways, my point. I just wanted to check that there was a maximum for the explosive, etc., etc., and it actually, in fact, looks like that is the case. So. I think we can stand fairly confident that what we implemented is probably working, and it probably didn't break anything. So, alright, good show. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you to my new followers. You are amongst my favorite people. Thank you for tuning in and watching. You are literally the reason that I'm streaming. Otherwise, I would just be standing in front of my computer, not talking. Which would be way less fun. Let's be honest. As far as I can tell, I'm probably going to keep a regular schedule this week. So, hopefully I'll see you again soon. I mean, I hope to keep a regular schedule from here on out. Fun fact: the weekend of the 18th and 19th, I think, October 18th and 19th. It might be 17th and 18th, but like right in that time range. I just signed up for a 48-hour game jam, so I'm probably gonna do like a marathon stream that weekend. Like I'm gonna have to get some sleep, I think, but other than that, it's probably just gonna be like a mega stream. So if you're free that weekend, tune in again for then. I'm growing so pumpkin huge that I'm starting to knock over furniture at this point. So I gotta cut it off. But yeah, thank you again for tuning in, and I hope to see you all again soon. Good night, Internet.